फिर किया हुआ है सारा कुछ, तो रहन दो, अपना काम बनता और भाड़ में जाए जनता। अच्छा जी, ट्रेनिंग इन द 1969, Shako observed that present doctoral training calls for a minimum program of the 4 years, 1 year of which, preferably the third, consists of an internship. So, on a foundation of the basic courses in the theoretical, clinical, and dynamic psychology, practice clerkships and internships are organized. This type of the training program, now generally accepted, was initially proposed by the Committee of the Training of the Clinical Psychology APA in 1947 report. पाकिस्तान उसमें बना भी नहीं था. And the major outlines further supported in the conference at Boulder, ठीक है, तो स्टैनफोर्ड एंड मियामी, और ये सारे वो इलाके हैं जहाँ पे इस किस्म का काम हो रहा था. तो रिपोर्ट कॉल्ड फॉर द, ठीक है, इन प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में, और फिर recounted what he called the phenomenal growth in clinical psychology in the United States. As he noted that membership in the division of the clinical psychology of the APA risen from 787 in 1948 to 2883 in 1964. So the number of the schools fully approved by the committee of the training in the clinical psychology of the APA has increased from 30 in 1948 to 55 in 1963. So there were an estimate of the 742 graduate students enrolled in the doctoral training in program in clinical psychology in the academic year 1947 to 48. So compared to 340 and in 1963. So the number of the clinical psychology certified by the American Board of the Examiner in the professional psychology has increased from 234 से in ये सारा कुछ है, और noted that this unusual growth had not come about without much travail, and that this growth has given rise to a number of the questions. वैसे ये फजूल है, ये पार्ट कोई पढ़ने वाला था नहीं, मैं पता नहीं इसको क्यों पढ़ लिया. So would have been answered fortunately, or can psychology train the person with both the professions, or ये the question ये था कि should the training of the research and teaching be separated from training for the application of the psychology. अच्छा, तो question of course reflected the continuous endorsement of the scientific practitioner model of the training of the clinical psychologist as conceptualized by the Shako himself. So with its emphasis on the integration of the science and practice, so as articulated in the various conference on the training sponsored by the APA, so most notably the Boulder conference mentioned earlier. And it is interested to note that many of these questions raised in 1960 still remained today in 2009. But in fact, the philosophy of the training psychologist had much deeper roots. Notably, Leitner Whitmer, considered the first clinical psychologist by most, wrote, "The pure of the applied science advised in a single front." So, what reads the progress of the one regards the progress of the other. ये बंदा है जी लाइटनर विटमर, लाइटनर विटमर. तो ये लाइटनर विटमर भी, और शेको, शेको और लाइटनर विटमर. शेको जो है वो फादर ऑफ क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजी कहा जाता है, और लाइटनर विटमर जो है दिस इज द फर्स्ट क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. ठीक है, बाय मोस्ट रोट द प्योर एंड द अप्लाइड साइंसेस एडवांस इन अ सिंगल फ्रंट. तो बस यहाँ तक काफ़ी है जी, उसके बाद हम आगे कल करेंगे. नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ हम कल करेंगे.